Hello, wonderful people, brothers and subscribers all over the world. It's Okute Daily Talk from my own corner, bringing to you this broadcast of this day. Early morning of the Thursday, being the 15th day of December in the year 2022. Please do not mind my language or do not mind how I start this program. The most important thing there is that I am about to pass a vital message about the Biafra. So this is a breaking news, and I urge each and every one of us to give it a listening ear in what is happening around us. I don't know how we are this divided. Instead of being a unity to pursue this goal of our Biafran restoration, we keep having divided house. Some come out now and say they are autopilot and auto this and auto that. Please, can we just speak with this in one mind? And I'm very, very sure we must surely get to where we are going. So without not taking much of our time, if this is your first time of hearing my voice, or this is your first time of coming across Okute Daily Talk 123, or anyone you can find on the internet or any social media outlet, just try to subscribe and make every of my content go viral as long as you can do it. It's not by force, it's just by pleading. Because as you hear the news, other people also need that same news. They also need to gather the wisdom which I'm sharing on most of my content. So please endeavor to be sharing any of my content you come across. Without not going back or talk too much, please, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to my subscribers, to my fans, and those ones who always say that I should stick to the caption of my message. I mean the headline. Sometimes the message or the news I'm giving is comprises of different types of news. So the caption I might use might not be the beginning of the news, either the middle of the news or the end of the end of the news. So please, wherever where you find my news, please do not get offended. Just listen to it and make sure you get to the end. Getting to the end, if you don't find anything that is related to my caption or my title, that is when you will be able to complain. But as for now, my message, I pick the title from any of the messages I gave. I don't give one single message or one single news. So please, the earlier we understand this, the better. It will be better for all of us, because I've been receiving some kind of insults and also some encouragement. Notwithstanding that whatever you do in this life, people must criticize you. Whether you do good, they must criticize you. You do bad, they must criticize you. So we cannot be looking at the critics. The most important thing there is that the message we are passing, there's people that love it and also encourage us. Because in this job of journalism is not that easy, but we are trying our best to make sure that we put something on the table for all our viewers, subscribers all over the world. So please, tighten your seatbelt. We're about to move. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to take much of your time in this my little intro. IPOP sit at home. Nigerians sign petition for Simon Ekpa's arrest. Wahala no dey finish. This is what I'm talking about. This is the issue we are having. We can never speak with one voice. We keep on maintaining this adage that keeps saying Igbo enweze, Igbo enweze, Igbo enweze. When will Igbo enweze? That is the question. When will this Igbo enweze? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out there. Instead of all of us to put arms together to know how we are going to be praying and waiting for God's intervention, so that the judicial system will act in line with the October 13th discharge and acquitted of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead, we keep on doing things that will complicate his matter. Just like this issue of a 5-day sit at home. Who ordered for it? In so many occasions, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come out openly and said that he knows nothing about that and he never ordered any 5-day sit at home. How can you order a 5-day sit at home? In a dying economy, in a country whereby at least our people we most cherish this year to do Xmas. And during the course of this Xmas, where everybody is running helter-skelter, trying to organize things, to put things together, know how they are going to get some money to save for the January, because when you did not plan yourself well in December, January will get broke. If you don't plan yourself well in December, January, your children will be at home because you have already squandered all the home money you for Xmas celebration, forgetting to save for them. So all these things is what people carry on their head. Somebody come out from nowhere, don't jump out and say we must have a 5-day sit at home. And with a caption that anyone that come outside that do not adhere to that sit at home order will be killed in a national TV. I mean, in a live broadcast. This is uncalled for. This is not how we are going to get the Biafrans. And the international community is watching, and they are hearing all these things. Because whatever, you can forget whatever you tell me last night, but the internet never forget. Once you make it out on the internet, some people will save that thing for years to come. And when the time is right, when they are trying to apply for any kind of position, that is when you will know that your past life matters a lot. So please, in this struggle to restore the image of Biafrans, we should be mindful of the kind of order we give, so that we will not implicate and complicate issues for our own self. The people who are supposed to speak, despite the fact that they are not doing anything, but at least I get so that at the end nobody will say, oh, it's because of this person's fault that they refuse to give us the Biafra, or they're supposed to sign the referendum. So please, I'm begging all the Biafrans out there, wherever you are hearing my voice, are you internationally or locally, let us put hands together and speak with one voice, and we can surely achieve our aim. But this divided house, I doubt it, we cannot achieve anything. So this the issue of sit at home now. The Nigerians, I know most especially is the Biafrans. They have signed petition for the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Well, let's see what happens and how they plan to achieve the arrest. Whereby Mazi Simon Ekpa is nowhere to be found around Nigeria. He's far away in the Europe, the country called Finland. Nigerians home and abroad have signed a petition. Okay, have commenced signing a petition that calls for the arrest of a notorious member of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Simon Ekpa. Okute News report that there have been killings and uproars recently in the southeast and the southeastern part of the country following the 5-day sit-at-home order issued by Simon Ekpa. Ekpa had in a viral video ordered the people of the southeast to observe a sit-at-home from December 9 to 14 of 2022. Since the order, the region has been recording scores of bloodshed and destruction of lives and properties as government go about communities trying to enforce Ekpa's directive. Earlier, IPOB through its media and publicity secretary Iman Powerful distanced itself from issuing any sit-at-home order on the days mentioned. Consequently, aggrieved Nigerians launched a petition calling for Ekpa's arrest, accusing him of terrorism and genocide. Okute News understands that Ekpa currently lives in Finland but has been acting as the next leader of IPOB since the arrest of and the detention of the embattled leader of the group, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerians are now signing the petition appealing to the finest government, Nigerian government and the European Union to arrest Simon Ekpa over the bloodshed and the continuous killings of the people in the southeastern part of the country. The petition reads, we call on the finest government, the European Union and the Nigerian government to arrest Simon Ekpa and investigate all his heinous crimes and terror activities in eastern Nigeria. One Simon Ekpa, also known as Ifeanyi Njoku, a Nigerian living in Finland and holding a Finnish citizenship, had by proxies successfully established and coordinated an armed rebel group in eastern Nigeria, whom he now wears to destroy lives, property, and businesses in eastern Nigeria. He's been seen countless times using his media platform in Finland to issue orders to his armed goons in eastern Nigeria to launch deadly attacks on millions of Nigerians or millions of people in the region for flouting his sit-at-home orders. Simon is a separatist fighting for state sessions, but has never been brave enough to come home and lead the war from the front of Nigeria. He is rather igniting and fueling terror on his ethnic group who decline his call for secessions. Simon's action is stirring up a bloodbath, genocide in the region, and innocent women, children, and aged and youths are victims, dying every day by day. Sign the petition and share it everywhere to call on the finest government, European Union, the Nigerian government to arrest Simon Ekpa and investigate all his heinous crimes and terror activities in the eastern Nigeria. So that is all you need to know about the petition they are signing, Nigerians both home and abroad, concerning the Ekpa sit-at-home and the bloodshed that have been going on in the eastern region since the order of the 5 days, that despite the fact that we are having a bloodshed, but this one is extraordinary, minding the fact that we are in the festive period. So everyone is trying all they can to make sure that they arrange themselves coming 2023. So giving a 5-day ultimatum sit at home that everybody must sit at home or they will be killed. I mean, are you trying to make the Eastern flourish, or you are trying to kill the economy of the Eastern region? The only observe the IPOB have been observing before until they call it off is every Monday sit at home, or Mondays that Mazen Namdekan is going to court, but it has been long called off. So this 5-day ultimatum of sit at home, which Mazen Namdekan have fervently denied of being involved, is uncalled for. For me, in my own understanding, that is what I'm saying. Buhari sparks reactions over meeting with US President Joe Biden. Several reactions have trailed the bilateral meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and his United States counterpart Joe Biden at the White House in Washington, D.C. Okutenu reported that Buhari and Biden met on Wednesday on the sidelines of the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit, which started on Tuesday, December 13. The president, who earlier took part in the U.S.-African Business Forum hosted by the U.S. Department of Commerce, is expected back in the country on Sunday, December 18. Following the developments, some Nigerians took to social media to express their reactions to the meeting between the two leaders. So, my dear people, that is all you can know about the reactions. Is there? You can as well log in to nigerianews.com or Okute News, www.okutedailynews.com as well, to read on the comments and the people's reaction through that social media outlet called Twitter, and also IG for that matter. So we are moving forward. Not Tinubu, ADC lists 3 leaders that built mega Lagos. So let us see, because they have been using this to rob us. Each time we talk about Tinubu, they will tell us, go to track record. The track record is what we have not been able to find, because a lot of people have been president and have been governor of Lagos State before him. And Lagos State happens to be the first Nigerian capital, or it's one of the Nigerian capital before it was moved to Abuja. First it was Enugu, the second is Lagos, and the third one is Abuja, where it is at the moment. So he keep claiming he built Lagos, while Lagos have been the capital of Lagos for many decades before it was shifted to Abuja. African Democratic Congress ADC has claimed that the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress APC, Aswadibol Ahmed Tinubu, was not responsible for building a mega Lagos city. Okute News reports that the ruling APC, during its presidential campaign, claimed that the development of Lagos State was masterminded by Tinubu, who was governor from 1999 to 2007, adding that he has been instrumental in choosing his successor, which include Babatunde Fashola, Akinwume Ambode, and the incumbent Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to continue his good works. But debunking such claims, the Lagos State chairman of the ADC, George Ashuru, stated that Lagos was built by former Governor Lateef Jakonde, famously known as Baba Kekere, and former military administrators, General Mobolaji Johnson and Brigadier Buba Marwa. He said the 3 former leaders made significant contributions to the development of the state, more than what had been achieved by successive governors in the Fourth Republic. Ashiru added that the Lagos State benefited from special attention from successive federal governments since the days of British colonialism, due to its political and economic potential. According to him, Jakande, Johnson, and Marwa established its structure and infrastructure without unduly exploiting the state and creating a dynasty out of it. Exactly, that is what this man is doing, even up to tomorrow. He has been exploiting the state and creating a dynasty of Tinubu's government, Tinubu's family business. That is exactly what it is there. Ashiru, who claimed that Lagos has had marginal development since 1999, saying Lagosians are tired of the APC just as Nigerians are tired of People Democratic Party PDP in 2015. That is all you need to know about the ADC spokesperson in the Lagos State, saying Tinubu is never the builder of Lagos. Simon Ekpa announces end of 5-day sit at home again, says there won't be elections in the southeast. This is a new what will I call it? A new broadcast again. So let us see how you are going to achieve it in Finland by using your hoodlums, right? And don't worry now. You will soon receive your payment at your own cost. Simon Ekpa, the self-acclaimed discipline of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu has officially announced the end of 5-day sit-at-home order in the southeast region of Nigeria. Okute News understands that Simon Ekpa, who claimed to be discipline of the disciple of Kanu, took to YouTube on Wednesday night to announce the end of the 5-day sit-at-home order. Kanu's self-acclaimed disciple, who is based in Finland, described the 5-day sit-at-home order, which was characterized by killings and destruction of properties in the region, as historic and successful for Biafra land. So you are taking glory, Abi? Don't worry, nah. Don't worry. I can very soon. Ekpa, in the caption of the video he posted on the YouTube on Wednesday night, said the 2023 election will not be held in the southeast, noting that it is a sacrifice that the people of the Biafra have to make. He also wrote that ending Nigeria is a task that must be done by 2023. The caption reads, "To end Nigeria in 2023 is a task that must be done. There will be no general election in Biafra land in 2023. It is a sacrifice and a task that must be done by all Biafrans across the globe. I want every Biafran to watch this broadcast and share widely. Don't miss it. Follow enterbiafra.com to know how IPOB activities delaying the colonization of Nigeria is going. I am Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple on Biafra restoration." Okute News recalled that Ekpa, in a viral video, had ordered the people of the southeast to observe a sit-at-home from December 9 to 14 of 2022. A development both the IPOB and its leader Kanu has disassociated themselves from. Meanwhile, Okute News earlier reported that thousands of Nigerians have come out to sign a petition for the arrest of Simon Ekpa. They have appealed to the both Finnish and the Nigerian government as well as the European Union to effect his arrest. It was gathered that as of Thursday morning, the petition has been signed by 2,761 persons. Part of the petition reads, "Why Simon Ekpa, also known as Ifeanyi Njoku, a Nigerian living in Finland and holding Finnish citizenship, has been proxies, so successfully established and coordinated an armed rebel group in the eastern Nigeria, whom he now wears to destroy lives, property, and businesses in eastern part of Nigeria. He has been seen countless times using his media platform in Finland to issue orders to his armed goons in eastern Nigeria to launch deadly attacks on millions of Nigeria or millions of people in the region for flouting his sit-at-home orders all the time. Simon is a separatist fighting for state succession, but has never been brave enough to come home and lead a war in the front of Nigerians. He is rather igniting and fueling terror on his ethnic group, which declined his call for secession. Simon's action is stirring up a bloodbath, a genocide in the region, and innocent women, children, the aged, and mothers are the victims dying every day. Sign the petition and share it to everyone to call on the Finnish government, European Union, the Nigerian government to arrest Mr. Simon Ekpa and investigate all his heinous crimes and terror activities in the eastern region." That is the news of the of the calling of a sit-at-home, 5-day sit-at-home by Ekpa, who based in Finland, and committing genocide and other crimes against humanity from there to Nigeria through his media outlet. Police arrest the 10 officer for beating truck driver to death in Rivers State. The Rivers State Command of the Nigerian Police Force has confirmed the arrest of one of its personnel over alleged involvement in the murder of a civilian in the state. It was gathered that a truck driver identified as Cosmos Ozioko and his brother were assaulted and mercilessly beaten by some policemen in Elele in the state's Obiakpo local government area. Obiakpo local government area, of course. Event reportedly led to the death of Oziako. The deceased family are said to have reported the incident, demanding justice for his death. Okute News learned that the efforts involved were 5 in number. Officers involved were 5 in number. They are said to have intercepted a motorcycle, popularly known as Okada, conveying Cosmos and his brother Kingsley, while the duo were returning to their workplace at about 7:40 p.m. on Sunday. Narrating the incident to newsmen earlier, Kingsley explained that their truck was parked near a reliable farm where they work, saying the cops literally striped them in the name of searching even when nothing incriminating was found on them. According to him, he and his brother were beaten to a pulp, and that Cosmos passed out and eventually died. We took Okada from the CPM roundabout going to LL. When we got to the checkpoint, there were about 5 policemen. They started searching all over us. I was the first person that they searched. They searched everywhere, including my private parts, but found nothing. They now searched my brother. They searched our private parts as if they gave us something to hold for them. In the process, his phone fell and scattered. My brother asked the policeman to assemble his phone and give it to him. They didn't answer him. I was the one that picked up the mobile telephone and put it the way it was. To avoid trouble, I now beckoned my brother for us to leave. As we were leaving, my brother asked the Okada rider who had been waiting if that was how the policemen were searching everybody that passed. The next thing, two of the policemen rushed him and another one punched on him. They started beating us, matching us with their boots and using the butts of their guns to hit us. They ordered us to sit on the ground and asked where we came from. We said Enugu State. Where in Enugu? We replied on Soka. They said, okay, this thing you people are doing in the village, you have brought it here. One of them used the butt of his gun to hit us. The other one used the boots they were wearing on us. Kingsley told the Punch earlier. He said that we were beaten seriously until his brother collapsed. He added, I started calling him brother. People brought pure water sachets which I used on him. He was still breathing but weak. So I asked the Okada man to buy me milk if it could help. He further said before the Okada rider returned, one of the policemen came with some drugs that he bought, adding that he asked the officer who prescribed the drugs. I rushed my brother to a nearby hospital. A nurse there said they didn't have oxygen, so we should take him to Madonna Hospital, still in LA. When we got there, the doctor checked him and told me that my brother was dead. Before I looked back, I only saw one policeman. The others have disappeared. He said, Kingsley lamented the situation, demanding that the policeman that killed his brother be arrested and charged to court so that his spirit can rest. My brother cannot die like that, he said. Kingsley further explained that the matter was reported to the police in LA, which subsequently transferred it to the Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department of the State Command. Responding to the development, the spokesperson of the Rivers State Police Command, Grace Iren Jikoko, told the Sahara reporters on Wednesday that one of the officers involved had been arrested and detained. The police spokesperson affirmed that the case had been transferred to State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for discreet investigation. So that is all you need to know about how police officer beat truck driver and his beating 2 truck drivers and 1 gave up the ghost on the process. 2023, why Northerners are selling their PVCs? Northern Elders Forum speaking. This lie man. I be no be him. Okay, no be him. No be this one. The other man. The other man will get YBS. Now they lie too much. This one, Elder Statesman. So let us see how and why they are selling their PVCs. Northern Elders Forum Director Publicity and Advocacy Dr. Hatim Baba Ahmed has confirmed report that many Northerners, especially women, were selling their permanent voters cards, PVCs, to politicians and political parties. Chai, there is God though. They call that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has raised an alarm over the sale of PVCs in the country. In a statement on Wednesday, Baba Ahmed said poverty was responsible for the insidious act, adding that the PVC trade for money was an attempt to reduce the voting strength of the North. The NEF spokesperson called on INEC and the state governments to intensify public awareness campaign against the act. He said Independent Electoral and the National Electoral Commission (INEC) was confirmed what the public has been aware of in the last few weeks. This is the widespread and targeted buying of permanent voters cards (PVCs) in many parts of the north and a few other parts of Nigeria. Northern Elders Forum had followed this worrying phenomenon, advising community leaders and major stakeholders on the dangers of disenfranchising large numbers of citizens. We have also undertaken our own investigation which prompts this public warning. Thousands or possible even millions of northern voters, particularly women, are being made to surrender their PVCs for a pittance. In most instances, not more than 2,000 naira. In some instances, they were told their cards will be returned to them after they were processed for additional payments as poverty relief. No cards are returned. Look at how these people are dealing with the Nigerians. And people are still hope that this Nigeria can be better. When? How? I mean, why? When? I say ask. When and how can this country be better if this kind of thing is happening? 2,000 naira that can never buy you even a half bag of rice. I mean, what is half bag of rice? 1 pinch of rice, 2,000 naira can never buy it for you because of poverty. They have dealt with this country with poverty. Our investigation suggests that this an aggressive and blatant voter suppression attempt to reduce the voting powers of the North. We have been assured by INEC that this practice in itself will not compromise its system and processes. People who are involved in this practice appear to be working for different parties, but they target communities where they assume their parties or candidates have comparative advantages or disadvantages. NAF advises registered voters not to be part with their PVCs under any circumstances, irrespective of which party or candidate they support. Northerners must vote in the forthcoming elections, as this is the only way our region can reverse its current fortunes and circumstances. To sell your card now or sell your vote in the next year's elections is to betray your responsibility in improving our circumstances and future. Every Northerner should know that our voting population and the turnout during elections are the only powers we have left, but we can use them to affect who will lead us at the next elections. Voters from other parts of the country are jealous, guarding their voting opportunities. Our relative poverty now is no excuse to surrender the opportunity to improve our future. You see, this is the problem. They keep remaining poor. These northern people, I don't know where they get their own brain from. These people called North, Ndugu Hausa, they call them Aboki. Aboki is my friend, but sometimes in the meaning of Aboki in our own language is just like mumu, cow. How can you be selling PVC for 2,000 naira? Okay, imagine the statistics they shared the other day. They said the southeastern region have about 11 million percent poor. The southeast, southwest, and south compared together have just 46 million percent poverty. Then while some part of those northwest alone have 45 million percent. 45 million northwest alone comprises of three geopolitical zones from the southeast, south, and southwest. Then the northwest alone have total of 45% rate in poverty, and still yet they are still mumu like cow till tomorrow selling their PVCs. They are the most uneducated in the country. They are the most beggars we have in the country. They are the most poor in the country. Still yet they never learn their lessons. Let them continue the mumu they go. And these people, that is why you see the most power they have been holding in this country, as long as whether democracy or not democracy or during the military rule, is the northerners. But yet they have the highest number of almajiri renting over millions, begging on the street, living in a detached house. I mean, in a hall. If you see almajiri, if you ever live in the north and see almajiri, how they dress, how they smell, you know that, man, these people, they are animals. They are not human beings. That's why they keep behaving like animals. You cannot tell me that with this situation of Nigeria, somebody is selling the BVC for 2,000 naira just to buy kunuk or nono or kununzaki. What can 2,000 naira feed the family for just complete one day? Say let the family cook a better pot of soup that can last for 1 week. 2,000 naira. What can you buy from in the market with 2,000 naira? Yet they are selling their PVC for 2,000 naira. Our mumu don't do. Our mumu is done too much. The high time we retrace our path. We are not going to continue this way. Police react at bank staff slums dies in Lagos branch. The Lagos State Command of the Nigerian Police Force has in a statement confirmed the death of a bank staff in the state on Wednesday, December 14 of 2022. Okute News learned that one Emmanuel Ebere, a staff of the Fidelity Bank branch located at the Awolowo, Ikoyi in Lagos, slumped yesterday moments after resuming office for the day. Akona Yansina, I've been a heart attack. I don't know. In short, I cannot give an explanation of what happened to her. It was gathered that Ebere, who was attached to the Information and Communication Technology Unit, was immediately rushed to the military hospital Ikoyi, but was confirmed dead by a resident doctor upon arrival. The development disrupted the bank branch services yesterday as Ebere's colleagues reportedly went about their daily routine with an expression of despondency. Following the report of Ebere's death, the bank's regional security officer names withheld reportedly alert policemen at the Ikoyi division of the incident. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command, SP Benjamin Hondoyin, said the incident happened on Wednesday at about 6:30 a.m. Chineke. Hondoyin noted that no mark of violence, however, was discovered on the deceased. He said, based on the report, a team of detectives from the Ikoyi division visited the hospital and examined the corpse. No mark of violence was seen on the body. Corpse has been evacuated and deposited at the Marina General Hospital morgue for autopsy. Electrocution. Meanwhile, the police command also confirmed the incident of electrocution at a site in Ikoyi yesterday. It reported that one of the workers hired by Everlift Company was electrocuted while working on an elevator at a site on Alexander Road. Hondoyin noted that the command was informed about the event that happened involving two workers, namely Samson Bamileke, 32, and Henry Dozier, 37. Okute News understand that the two were electrocuted while working on the elevator. However, while both victims were rushed to Evercare Hospital in Ikoyi, Dozier was confirmed dead, while the second victim survived. Hondoyin confirmed the incident, noting that corpse had been deposited in the Island General Hospital morgue, Marina, for autopsy, adding that investigations into both incidents were ongoing. So that is all we need to know about the bank staff of Fidelity that slumps and die in the Ikoyi branch of Fidelity Bank. My good people of Biafra, the news have come to an end. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own corner, bringing to you this very news of this day. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. And make sure you turn on the notification button. Be the first to be notified each time we go live or post something new on my channel or any channel related to Okute Daily Talk. My prayer is that as this year is ending, it's ending with anything that represents sorrows, sadness, and backwardness in our lives, in the Biafra lives, and the lives of those who believe on our struggle for the independence and restoration of Biafra. And so shall it be to every life out there. May the Almighty Chukwuoke Abiama, Onye Pụrụ Ime Ihe Niile, guide and protect us, see us through, provide for us, and also guide all our ways and all our utterances. Until I come your way again, I am signing out for now. May the Lord bless us all. Amen. Bon voyage. I love you all.